Hi everyone. So on the topic of jewelry, personal accessories, first going from the most valuable to the most basics, right? So on my hand, I usually have a jewelry watch, no ring yet, because as a typist and a writer, it's very distracting. And what you do as a man, sometimes you take it out and you put it on as a necklace or as a bracelet. So that depends. It depends if you can find a design that is more very comfortable. So this year, on the study of diamonds, and without going to Orange County somewhere in California, say the Tustin area or some of the retailers, I was able to find affordable diamonds in Hong Kong with the CCCC certificate, carats, clarity, cut, and clarity, cut, and clarity, condensed density, I guess. So there are 4 C's categories. Alright. And then in Hong Kong, something more polite and something not so extravagant are the pearls. For example, if you want to talk about the Hong Kong jewelry market, there is the Ging Folk, and then there's the Chow San San, there's the Luk Folk, and then there's the and then there's the Westerners, of course, the Links, Harry Winston, the bigger diamonds, Tiffany, and others. And the reason why I bought this is because I see a very big market for teenagers promise gifts before they head out to universities. But this is not necessary, because when I went to universities, college, I had the knitted kinds, and they're over there, and I'll show you in a moment. And they might look kind of cheesy if you have it just in a plastic. Not cheesy, but excuse me, very simple. So what they do is that they would present it in the spotlight, and it's very much more elegant. So these are some of the other ways of I spent 2, 3, 4 hours inside a jewelry store on this trip. So one other design was a drip shape joint diamond design that has the mounting very unique. So yeah. And then there were the music symbol to remind me that some of the music that I had liked was able to popularize many artists. And then there was gift ring for later, I guess. It is just a single pearl kind of ring, and then later I regretted the design because the diamonds surrounding a central focus gemstone or precious trading stone, it's considered to have accompanies, you know, with the proposal. Yeah. Other ones were the earrings is also pearls. There were the small size beads of pearls, and the way you can tell whether or not it is real pearl is that you scratch it a little bit and see if there might be powder coming off. And then the large size pearl, and this one is not a metal stud. The smallest diamond bracelet. Is a bracelet, so they look squares. And then all these were paid for all at once on credit, and then paid back at the end of the month. So because before you reach the big 4-0, you have to have some kind of preparation for fatherhood. If not, then people might underestimate. And so the ring design, there's one for the vault and one for the hand, right? So I always thought that the more sparkly the better. So these are just a collection for the future jewelry machines. So I see that some golden computing designs of jewelries can be a addition to the market inventory here in Southeast Asia. So for example, you have some gold that you have receipts for, you can put into the machines and it'll mold a design that is computerized 3D. Yeah. So let me see if I can pull one out on the computer. And excuse me for a dinner break, if anyone were waiting. So, for example, with some jewelry come in similar manner, that is included the molding, and all the crafting and the goldsmith has to do is close and shut the molding and have the gemstone, precious stone inside. And then sometimes a very lighter comparison of a golden ring with a different design can be a very broader look on the fingers. And we are already at the technology introductions, that a very small machine, desktop machine, can outcome some of these designs. So when talking to some of your favorite jewelers, you can spike their interest. That says you have seen some 3D printers designs, and you might want their work onto your personal designs or personal interests. Yeah. For example, some of the rings in high school were the championship rings, or the sports rings. So that's good. And accessories. Your pen is considered a jewelry if it is well crafted. Alright. And I put my name onto all my pens and things, so there's no argument. I'm not sure how many siblings or cousins you grew up with. I didn't grow up with that many, but all of a sudden in my age 20s, I was introduced to some distant ones. Yeah, so it was a learning experience and distanced, and just stopped communications with a notification. So I hope everybody understands these kind of things, and yeah, keep post. Thanks. So one more demonstration. These can be lint rollers, but don't use the office ones. The lint rollers. The promised jewelry and things, right? If you don't want to spend this much on children or teenagers because you feel that you might endanger them. I remember in high school, someone at my peer age had a Ferrari as a gift, and he couldn't control the high speed. So this is another pearl. And with this, the buckle and the link and the buckle, it's one of the elements why it might be more expensive. So I didn't get the diamond one, it's just a knob. And how many pearls are there? 20, 40, 60, 70 approximately. And then there are other ones, and it is a matching stud, matching connector joint. How many are here? $40. And the clarity or the shape is more the shape, not the clarity and the gloss of pearl. Pearl is actually really pieces by pieces from a shellfish, you know, and each one only has one. you might see 2. Yeah, unless it is genetically altered. And I asked a gentleman, salesman, I say, hey, do people resell the jewelry? They say not the wedding ones, but other ones they might. But they would tell them. Yeah. So you try to scratch it, there's no powder coming off. So that's the one. And these are not as sought after. Yeah, so that's good. And all these were from the same merchant, same day, same payoff on credit card, and then pay off the credit card to claim the ownership. And why they're the banking folks if you need. And so there's the matching earring. And for the bracelet, I couldn't find the same bracelet, so the bracelet one looks like this, golden one. And here comes the diamond, the pearl ring, and the earring. Like this. And then that is how you might impress some of the jewelry industry professionals, that you're so thoughtful that you can finish the whole self-introduction, let them have time for introduction, and understand the upkeeping of jewelry, the temperature of the lighting, putting a glass of water next to the spotlight. The spotlight. Yeah. So alright, and let me show you some of the cheaper ones that I grew up knowing how to. First, the patience. Secondly, the hand skills, the positioning of your hand. Then you might be able to introduce yourself to some of the finest jewelers in the world. So these are some knitted designs. For it can be as small as some of these that people remember. It was something in the vault, or the family vault that they have. I was once offered a golden Rolex, and I said no, it's not me. In age 20s. So so something like this. And it is a magnetic buckle. That's good. So as a young professional, once you get your first job, you have to have your own banking vault. Sometimes. So the story was that I was in city of San Marino in California, and the housekeeper or house person at the time told me stories how he was an entrepreneur and he has a gold Rolex, and I had the Panerai and my international driver's license and birth certificate, and housing D. Yeah, so I went there and I was able to go in there, and every time I put things back into the vault, I usually show the branch manager, the banking branch manager, and it was good. So I didn't have to, touch his items, and then I separated the accounts. And then there are also these cheaper but stylish time spent understanding the market. So this one is by H&M. So people and students who might design these might one day elevate to a higher price spending market. So the different styles are knitting. So this is knitting, and then the other ones are beads. Beads are pieces and pieces, and then the links, so the chains. So these are the different styles. Guys, I don't wear earrings, not even clip-ons, but I had tried to see how people might look on clip-on, and your personality sometimes shifts or change. And the reason why for some of these metal and beads is that their essence of the earth, mud or land or dirt or sand, so that's one. And then there is fire, oceanic water, so water or fresh water, and the wind. And excuse me, so wind is extra, so wind is from the wave. So the other one is metal. Metal is from mining, from the rock, and then they crush the rock and melt the metal. And then thanks to Roxy's, I was able to find some of the sunglasses of various shapes. So earlier, after I stopped the video, I was able to find another sunglasses. So these are all from Roxy's. Some other colors. And these are all on credit cards and paid off same month. With the tag and everything, so that's good. This is a 3M eye protector for myself. So this one is a luxury branding. So when younger people go to college and universities overseas, these are some of the preparation that they might have to experience. So hopefully this information is helpful. That's all. Thanks. That's all I think. the pair of sunglasses that I bought in Koreatown. I didn't know that it was used. So in Los Angeles, in Koreatown, the one pair of Gucci, I had already messed it up because the arms, right here, I was trying to bend it, right? So I needed a blow heater, but I use a heat device. I melted some of the marks, so I might have to bring it to your Craftsman's. And that was 2002 that I bought that same pair of glasses. Yeah. Alright, that's all. Goodbye.